And you're a resident of Dallas,
Russell
Texas, is that right?
Ramsland.
I am. In fact, I'm in Dallas, Texas right now.
Let's see what he
And
has to.
you
He
just
examined a
give us your
Dominion
credentials,
machine
briefly.
that
I know they're very long,
was a
so give us the
forensic
best ones.
evidence. Since Dominion is not willing to
I've
testify,
run
this is
basically
Georgia, and they're
a
testifying.
security
I just saw a
operation.
part I didn't tape where
We do
a new
cybersecurity as well
video
as
was
first
discovered that
We have a
those
number of
election
ex-three-letter
officials in
agency
Georgia
intel people that work for
intentionally
us on the
got rid
cyber
of
side. We have ex-military
poll worker
people
by
that work for us on the
proclaiming
cyber
a water
side.
burst in the
We have a
arena,
fairly
which is a
robust
State
cyber
Farm arena.
capability
So the
in
security
both
cam
protecting
of the
as well
arena,
as trying to
not the
penetrate people's
government in
networks to help them
Georgia,
better protect.
And you hold an
provision,
MBA from Harvard
shown
University, political
big,
science degree from Duke,
big,
and
huge
you've worked
suitcase
for
full
NASA
of ballots
and for
were
MIT.
pulled out
Is that
under
correct?
a table,
I have worked
and
with
they
NASA
counted
and
them
with
while
MIT.
everybody was
That is correct.
ordered to
Coming from
leave.
West
So,
Texas, I don't always tell people about Harvard. They're a little worried about Harvard there.
so they're just chit chatting now.
So,
In
if we
front
could
of
go to
the
page, just so that we can
legislature,
do
I
this
guess
quickly,
they're
Mr. Anderson,
in
if we go to
Georgia
page 10
mixed
of your
with the
affidavit,
Republicans and
where
supposedly
you describe the
Republican majority,
comparison
and of course
the
the
Dominion and
Democrats.
Hart machines in comparison to the other machines used in Georgia. What did you find when you did that comparison?
I'm gonna turn it up
We
so
were
it's not a great
concerned
picture. I'm just
because we had seen some audit
taping
logs
it
in
with my
Dallas in
phone,
2018.
a fair
this
use.
really
So
started for us long
thank
before
you,
this election.
OAN,
And we started actually with ES&S, but we eventually got into
of the
Dominion because we saw many
testimony
of the same problems with Dominion in elections that we
of
saw with
witnesses
ES&S.
of this
So the
election.
first thing we wanted to do was to see what the effect was of a Dominion machine compared to one other. And we looked at it, or excuse me, compared to a group of others, and we looked at it from 3 points of view. And the first thing we did is we tried to go through the 2017 census demographics. We got the 2020 vote count by county for the country. And then we also got the Election Assistance Committee voting machine information, so we knew what each county had. And you would normally assume that once you do the correlation between turnout and voters and counties, et cetera, and how they voted in the previous election, you get a pretty good mathematical model as to what you should expect to see in a Biden versus Trump by county vote. And then we went and tested that, and sure enough, we found that the model was pretty darn accurate, other than a few extreme outliers that we do want to now go back and look at in more detail. But the point is, we could see on a percentage basis whether Biden, for instance, outperformed by a certain percentage or underperformed by a certain percentage, what you would expect in a county. And normally you would expect that overperformance and underperformance to about zero out. Well, in this case, what we noticed is when we went back and looked at it, instead of all voting equipment all over the country, and we simply segmented out Dominion, we found out that Biden outperformed what he should have by about 5% across the board. It was actually amazing. No other we did not see that result in most other cases. So then we said, well, this is the election system. We've got to
Maybe
sure
did somebody
right.
input that
So we
5%
went
across
back
the
and
board?
we looked at it instead of percentage of outperformance or underperformance. We looked at it by counties. And when we did it by counties, we found an even more startling result. We found out that if Dominion counts your votes, Mr. Biden got about 78% of the wins. And if you used all other voting machines, then you only got about 46%. So we noticed right away, again, a second marker that with Dominion, he significantly outperformed any other voting system. And then we did what was called a chi-squared analysis. And I won't bore the committee with what that is. It's a regression of sorts. and it allows you to sort data into various boxes. And what we did is we wanted to find out using this analysis whether or not, again, Dominion outperformed the others. And it was very interesting because once again, we came up with about the same number and we got about the same answer. And this analysis said that you get about a 5.5% bump compared to all other voting equipment as compared to Dominion compared to others. And when you apply that to the actual vote, then you find out that we're talking a fairly serious number of votes doing Dominion versus others. I think I jotted the number down here. Yeah. We found using our first analysis that about 123,000 votes in Georgia would have been entirely outside the realm of what you would have expected had another voting system been used. And if you use the chi-squared analysis, you got to about 136,000. So either way, it was a very significant number of votes.
So Dominion interject votes
you had 199
in a algorithmically way appointed by the software program that where they see fit to allocate. That's what I gather.
1,320,154.
Okay, I have to stop here.
To rejection rate.
You can pick this up on OAN, One American News.